Okay, thank you everybody for coming. Today is June 10th, 2020. My name is Noel Booker, and I am with businesscreditbuilder.us. Today we're going to talk about how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social security number, and how to build business credit. How to access credit lines and credit loan and loans for your business. Okay. We're gonna dive right in, and I'm gonna just start sharing my screen, and you can see and follow along with my program. Okay. All righty, is my sound okay? Can everybody see my screen? I like interaction, so it's, oh shoot. It's good to interact, right? So y'all could like open up your mic at times, okay. All right, so somebody say something. Make sure I'm online. All right. By now you should I see some comments in there. Let me check out what the comments are. So I gotta go to the comments. Okay. Boom, boom, bam. All right. But that's what I like right there. Okay, let's get this thing going. Okay. How to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN, not linked to your social. All right. Okay, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. My website is businesscreditbuilder.us. I'm going to give you some more website addresses that will start with Business Credit Builder and will end with / another word. So at the bottom, you can see you can get a free business credit consultation at businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. All right, that's how you contact me if you think you might be interested in any of the services I provide. You can also get a free guide on how to build business credit at /free guide. And if you think that you qualify for any of the funding that I mentioned today, you can go to /get funding. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you some background information about myself. My name is Noel A. Booker Sr. I was born and raised in Queens, New York. I came down here to Atlanta to go to Morehouse College. And my first job out of Morehouse was with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. I worked there doing general ledger accounting. And I worked there a few years, and then they laid me off there, and I got another corporate job and they laid me off there. But I've always been entrepreneurial, and I started a company called MediaNet USA. And MediaNet USA Inc. now provides accounting and bookkeeping services for small businesses. We also do websites for small businesses. And now I talk about business credit, okay? And how I got to talk about business credit is I have a client named Jay. Jay has a freight company, and I was doing accounting there, right? I was doing accounting for Jay, and he had me doing websites for his companies too, and his clients. So I noticed that every time I did a website, $250,000 hit the bank. So one day I said, Jay, I need to make some money. Can you find something for me to do? He said, this is what you do. Find a company. We're going to do a deal on this company, and you can make some money off of that deal. I said, okay, let's do that. So my buddy named Philly Phil had a company that he was just sitting on. He wasn't doing anything with this company. I told him what I was seeing, and he said, well, let's go ahead and try it. So I set up the website for that new company, and 6 months later, we walked into Chrysler with a $250,000 credit line. We walked out of there with 4 brand new vans that we run on Amazon now. So I know business credit works. We did that without a personal guarantee, okay? So I know business credit works, okay? So what we will cover today: how you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not your social security number, even if you're a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. And how you can access loans even as a startup and have credit challenges or lack collateral. I want to take this time to say this. Make sure you're taking notes, all right? So I'm going to go fast during this process, all right? So take notes. I'm going to stop at different intervals to let you ask questions. So in the middle of this, you can write down your questions or type them in the box. And then every now and then, I'm going to go back and forth to the chat box and ask and answer questions, all right? Okay, many people fail when they try to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from the bank when they need money, okay? Not the move. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths, okay? This seminar is for you if you're looking for money to start and or grow a business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social security number. Okay, business credit. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Why business credit is awesome. Business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is required in most instances. Business credit building is fast. Let me give an example of how fast business credit is, how fast you can build business credit. Let's say we start a company right now. The first place to start when you start a company is to go to the Secretary of State. If we go to the Secretary of State today, in 6 months, you can have 5 credit cards with $10,000 on. You can do that with business credit, but you cannot do that with personal credit. Anyone can see your business credit reports, okay? They don't have to ask you permission to look at your business credit reports. And when they deny you, they do not have to tell you why they denied you. With business credit, you have greater borrowing ability. No collateral, cash flow, or good credit is needed to build business credit. And with business credit, you can access loans and credit lines. Okay, every successful business in America has business credit. This is how business is done, okay? Now, what you see right here is what anybody can see for free, okay? There's a place that you could go on Experian's website, and you can put your business name and address in, and you can find out if they have a record on you already, or any company for that matter. This is Facebook. They're from Menlo Park, California. Now, the point that I wanted to point out to you is the trade lines. They got 40 trade lines, all right? Now, let's go over what a trade line is, just so that we're all on the same page. This is what a trade line is. When you go to a company and you apply for a credit, and they give you an account on credit, and then you buy something, right? You buy something on credit. Now you have the item and you didn't pay for it yet, right? And then you pay for the item. This is what happens. When you pay for that item, the company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies, okay? It sends a report to the business reporting agencies, and this report says, XYZ company has an account with us. They have this amount of limit with us. They made a purchase and they paid it in this amount of days. And they send that report to the business credit reporting agencies. The business credit reporting agencies take that report and they put it on your business credit report. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line, okay? So any questions about what a trade line is? Because this is the basis for building business credit, okay? This is the basis right here. Understanding what a trade line is, all right? That's the basis for building business credit, and I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So it doesn't look like I got any questions about what a trade line is. So we're gonna move forward. Everybody knows what a trade line is. Bet. Okay. Here we got Microsoft. They're from Redmond, Washington. They have 131 trade lines. And Walmart. See, Walmart, 80% of all the money that Walmart takes in, that's revenue, right? 80% of all of their revenue comes from business credit, right? And this is how they do it. They go to Bounty. They say, Bounty, hey, let me get a truckload of toilet paper. The owner of Walmart doesn't go in his pocket to pay that bill. He doesn't even call accounting and says, hey, yo, cut that check. The truck pulls up and they put that toilet paper on the shelf. We go in there and buy it. Then they go pay the bill with our money, and Bounty says, hey, you did that good. Here's 5 truckloads. And they do that 513 times over and over again, okay? This is how business is done at the big corporate level and at the small business level. For instance, the corner store. The corner store, when they get a bread delivery, they don't pay cash or write a check. They are counting how many units comes in and how many units goes out, right? This is how business is done, okay? Now, how we can help. The Business Finance Suite, the Business Credit Builders. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. How do you build business credit? All right. Now we're going to start building business credit. All right. Now that we got some basics out the way. Right. We talked about the benefits of business credit and all of that stuff. What you can do with business credit. Fundamentals. Now we're going to talk about how to build business credit. And this is what I want to say about building business credit. Building business credit is a step-by-step process. You cannot skip a step, all right? There's no skipping steps. Looks like we got a question in here. What is the cost associated? I already know I want to build business credit. At the end of this presentation, I will let you know the basic costs involved, all right? But I know you want to build business credit, but it's also good to understand the process so that you know what you're getting into, okay? And what has to be done, all right? Okay, so step one, credibility. Thank you, and I agree. Okay, cool. All right, so credibility is the first step. The perception lenders, vendors, and creditors have of your business is critical to your ability to build strong business credit. Before applying for business credit, a business must ensure it meets or exceeds all lender credibility standards. There are over 20 credibility points that are necessary for a business to have a strong, credible foundation, okay? It's very important that you use your exact business legal name. Your full business name should include any recorded DBA filings. Ensure your business name is exactly the same on your corporation papers, licenses, and bank statements. Entities. When you register your name, right? You register your name at the Secretary of State, they're going to ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is, in order to separate your personal from your business liability, you must choose the LLC, limited liability corporation, or a corporation. If you choose a proprietorship or a partnership, you are personally liable for anything happens with that business. That's what you need to know. Okay, EIN number. I'm not going to spend that much time on EIN number. Y'all seem pretty educated. So, but I am going to let you know what you need to know about the EIN number. What you need to know is that in order to build business credit, you need an EIN number. And also, it's free. Okay? So don't pay for it. All right? Go to irs.gov and get it 15 minutes. All right? This is all mumbo jumbo you already know about right there. Okay? Okay. Business address. All right. Business address. This is crucial. A lot of my clients have to make adjustments at this point right here. Okay? What I have listed here is the three, this is the three options in the order of priority for selecting your business address. Okay? The first priority would be having a brick and mortar. You need a place that you can accept packages. Okay? Now, not everybody can afford a brick and mortar right out the box, right? So, the second option would be having a virtual office address, okay? There are many companies in every city. Hold your questions, I'm gonna get to your questions. There are virtual office companies in every city. Like in Atlanta, they're downtown, midtown, Buckhead, Perimeter, they're all over, right? And they offer different services, but what you need for business credit building is their virtual address that goes for as low as $50 a month, okay? That's the second option. The third option for your business address is your home address. This is the last resort. The reason why this is the last resort is because when you have an application all you have on the application is just these fields, right? Different fields. And each field that they are asking for something, they are doing something. Okay, so if they're asking you for information, they're gonna do something with that information. So with the address part, okay, with the address part, what they're gonna do is pull up a database of all PO boxes. What I'm going into now is why you can't use a PO box, all right? Why you can't use a PO box and why you can't use a UPS. Because on that application, when they pull up the database, they're gonna pull up a database of all PO boxes and all UPS addresses. And if you match up to one of them, then they can deny you and they don't have to tell you why. Also, like your name, the reason why this step, this credibility step is so important is because of the same type of reasons. Like for instance, when you put in your business name in that field, what they are doing is pulling up a list of all businesses with a similar name and address as yours. And if it doesn't match up exactly, then they deny you and they don't have to tell you why, okay? That's why this is the most important step in building business credit. Okay, so the last resort is the home address. And the reason why it's the last resort is because creditors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible. Okay, that's serious information. But nowadays, they think that, well, some home-based businesses can pay a bill. Because basically all they want to know is, can you pay the bill? All right, that's what they want to know. Can you pay the bill? That's the bottom line. All right, so they look at it as like a case-by-case basis. So if you're a hairstylist, well, maybe you might be able to pay your bill doing hair from the basement. Okay, but if you got a trucking company, well, maybe you can't keep all those trucks at the house. Okay, and some more information about that is that on your Dun & Bradstreet report, there's a Google Maps picture of your business address. So they know where you're at. They're looking at your business credit report and don't have to ask you, okay? Okay, so you need a deliverable physical address, cannot be a PO box, cannot be a UPS address. Some lenders will not approve unless the criteria is met. Let me see if I had a question in here. I think I had a question. Yeah. What if you're starting out with an online business? And I think this is in reference to having an address. Well, creditors and lenders perceive a credible business as one with an address, okay? So you need a business address, okay? Because what you got to think is, on their side is, what they want to know is can you get the bill? Can you pay the bill? Well, if you're a business that don't have an address, then where they gonna send the invoice to? They won't be. They're thinking to themselves, "Hey, I ain't gonna get that money. That money gone. I don't even know where they at. They don't have an address." So that's how they think. Okay. Hope I answered that question. Okay. Virtual business address solutions. Well, the virtual addresses, right? They offer different services. They can offer you, all you need for business credit is the address, right? But they offer different stuff. Like they will open up your mail, scan it, email it to you. They'll offer you an office space. And when you have the office space, they'll give you access to their break room, their meeting rooms. They have a receptionist with a nice plush lobby, making your business look nice and plush, right? So that's what the different services. But all you need is that virtual address for $50 a month, all right? And this is the company I use for virtual addresses. Da Vinci. Now they have access to office space in every city in the world, okay? And every state and every city they have virtual addresses, all right? So you would go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and there is explicit instructions on how to place a virtual office address with them. All right, it's not as simple as you think. There's a special way to place this order because you have to have this address exactly right. The address is very important in building business credit. All right. Business phone. Here goes another one that is very important. All right. You must have a dedicated phone number listed with 411 directory assistance under the business name. This is a local number. You need a local number. This is your main business number. Lenders, vendors, creditors, and even insurance providers will verify that your business is listed with 411. Okay? You need to have this local number listed with 411 attached with this address. Okay? A toll-free number will give your business credibility, but you must have the local number. So having the local number is necessary. Having a toll-free number gives you credibility, right? It's not needed. And nowadays, who uses the 800 number? Because long distance is free on your local. But anyway, the creditors feel that you are more credible if you have a local number that's listed and an 800 number. So they'll look at you and say, oh, wow, they got the local number and it's listed. Boom. Oh, snap. They got an 800 number. Now they're looking more like a business. Oh, snap. They got a fax number, which is not needed, but now they're looking more like a business. Okay? That local number is necessary, and now you're propping yourself up. See, the thing is, you want to make it look like you can pay a bill. You may not be able to pay NAB bill, okay? But you want to make it look like you can. And this is how they think you're supposed to look, all right? The local number that you get, you can list it at listyourself.com. That's how you list it, okay? Even if you're a single owner with a home-based business, a toll-free number provides the perception that you are an even bigger company. It's incredibly easy and inexpensive to set up a virtual local phone number or a local 800 number. A cell phone or a home number as your business line could get you flagged as an unestablished business that's too high of a risk. So do not give your personal cell phone number or your residential phone as the business phone number. Oh, I knew questions was gonna come up on that one right there. The idea is this, right? On that application, when they ask you for that telephone number, what they are doing is pulling up a database of all cell phone numbers and all home phone numbers, okay? If your number comes up on that list, they can deny you, and they do not have to tell you why they denied you, okay? That's the bottom line on that, all right? You can forward your virtual number to your cell phone or your landline, okay? This is my go-to. I'm gonna get to that question in a minute. This is my go-to for local telephone, Freedom Voice, Ring Central will do it, and Vonage will do it also. But my go-to is Freedom Voice, because they'll give you a local number for $9.99 per month. They'll list it for $3 a month. They give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. Okay? Fax number. Lenders perceive a credible business as one with the fax number. As a business, you will need a fax number. All right? The fax number is not necessary, but it lends credibility to your business. Okay? Let me see what this question says before I go to the website. If they're investigating this much, wouldn't it seem suspicious that everyone have the same address and or number? Let me see if I can understand this question. If they're investigating this much, wouldn't it seem suspicious that everyone had the same number? What you mean? If all the applications come in and they have the same number? I'm not saying that all the applications come in and have the same number. I'm saying you get your own telephone number, your own address for your company. Not every application that comes in have. I don't know if I understood that question. Okay, let me move on. Website. Not having a website for your business will get you declined. Lenders verify credibility and check your name, address, phone, fax about us, services, and or products. Okay? So, you need a website. They will definitely check the website. All right? They will definitely check that website. My website packages are all inclusive, so you can continue doing what you do, right? So my websites, they start with, they include domain registration, 12 months web hosting, design the web page, monthly updates to your web page, unlimited email, expert customer support. What else? Technical support, internet consultation, and e-commerce consultation. Okay. I think we got some more questions in here. Let's check it out. I think he's saying if they were the same virtual buildings. Oh, that's why at the virtual building, right, at that address, if you follow the instructions on how to get your address, you will have a unique address. Every business address has to have a unique address, and it has to pull up on, like, you know, like when you go to like Google Maps and you put in the address and it comes up automatic, your address, your business address has to come up like that. So it's not gonna be 1000 Peachtree Street, Suite 200, and everybody has that address. It's not gonna be that, all right? All right, so you have to have a unique address. Okay, if everybody uses DaVinci, do we all get a different address? Yep, I just answered that one, right? Okay, virtual buildings. How much will it cost to have you facilitate the business credit along with everything you are teaching? At the end of this presentation, I will go over the packages that I do provide, all right? So just stand in there. I got some more stuff to tell y'all. For a matter of fact, let me get going because there's still more to tell you. You need to know what to expect, all right? So, and I didn't even get through the basics yet. This is the basic piece right here. This is the most important piece. Let me get through this real quick. All right, all right. Email is important to get a company email address for your business, okay? Like my client Jay, remember I was telling you about my client Jay? Every time I did a website, I knew he was getting an email address because this is how he communicates with the banks, okay? This is how he communicates with the banks, through his business email. He is not gonna use his free Gmail account to talk to the banks. The banks do not want to see you communicating with them through your email, your Gmail, okay? So you need to have your website, right? You need a website, yourbusiness.com, and then you need your email, your name at yourbusiness.com, right? Don't use partychick@Yahoo and talk to the bank about your business, right? I'm just saying, don't do, this is common sense stuff, all right? But it's good to know how they are thinking, okay? How the creditors are thinking, all right? And this is basic stuff right here. Okay, bank account. Your business banking history is vital to your future success and being able to secure larger business loans. The date you open your business bank account is the day that lenders consider your business to have started. So what this is saying is, when you choose your bank, do not have in your mindset that I'll get this bank account now, and in 2 years I'll go get another bank account and switch up or something. The bank account you want is the bank account you want to have for a long time. So the longer the length of having your bank account, the better you look to a bank, okay? So that's like more of a long-term thing, right? But once you have your certificate from the Secretary of State and your EIN number, you go to the bank and get a bank account. All right? That's how you do it. Licensing. One of the most common mistakes when building business credit is for your company is non-matching business addresses on your business license. So if you need a business license to operate, make sure you have one, or whatever permits that you need. A lot of people have those permits, but the most common problem is they have an old address on this license, and they will deny you, and they don't have to tell you why they denied you, okay? You will need to contact the state, county, and city government offices to see if there are any required licenses and permits to operate your type of business. All right, business listings. So it's very important that your listings is correct and everything is lining up. So if you have an existing business that's, your business has already been in existence, what I would do is I'd go to Google and put my business name in and see what comes up. And if I got stuff comes up that has the old address, has the old telephone number, I would want to change that, okay? Because the companies, they will do that, and you don't want them to find old addresses and old telephone numbers. Now, this company called Yext, you see that? Y-E-X-T. Yext has a product that's called data cleansing and will clean all of that up in one whop. Now, this is for businesses that are already existing, and when you Google your name, you come up with your name and addresses. You got old addresses and old telephone numbers, okay? This is a quick fix for you right there. Yext. That's how important this address telephone thing is, okay? Okay, any questions at this point about credibility? You see how far, you see how that was right there. You see that, right? You see how long that took just to do the first step. All right. Any questions at this point? I want to make sure y'all understand that's the most important piece right there, the credibility. How soon can you apply for a business credit? You can apply today, but I wouldn't apply until all the elements in business credibility is done and you follow the steps. The next step is understanding your business credit reports. Remember that Business credit building is a step-by-step process. You cannot skip a step. We only did the first step, okay? And I ain't say nothing about applying for business credit yet, all right? All right, so first you gotta have the first step one done, all right? Have step one done. Now, step two is business credit reports. And this is where you understand why you need your business credit reports, all right? Business credit reports are offered by Experian, Dun & Bradstreet, and Equifax. You will first want to get a copy of your business credit reports to see what is being reported, okay? So it's like the business credit reports is your blueprint for building your credit, all right? Your trade lines. Remember I told you about your trade lines? Well, when you make a payment, you want to go to your business credit reports to make sure that they reported that trade line correctly and timely, okay? You can do that you can check to see if they have a report on you by going to Business Credit Builder /reports, and then you can find a place to put in your business name and address and see if they have a report on you already, okay? Now, once you got all your credibility set up, what I would be doing is running to go get my free DUNS number, all right? Free DUNS number. Obtaining a DUNS number begins the process of building your business credit profile with them. Your DUNS number will also play an important role in enabling your business to borrow without a personal guarantor. So once you got all your pieces ready, with your credibility pieces, right? Your address, telephone, all that stuff, right? Then you'll get your Dun & Bradstreet number. You got your bank account. Get all that stuff. Then we go get our Dun & Bradstreet number, which is free. Do not pay for the Dun & Bradstreet number. It takes about 30 days to get this Dun & Bradstreet number. It's free, right? Then we can start buying some stuff, all right? But these these business credit reports cost about $100 at each of these locations. The locations I was talking about, these right here, Equifax, Experian, and Dun & Bradstreet. They charge you about $100 per month for the business credit reports. When you do business with me, I charge you $25 per month for all three reports, okay? It's starting to pour down rain outside. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Experian, right? Experian, they have what they call the Smart Business Reports.com. They charge you from $49 to $99 per month for their Smart Business Report, all right? You can find out how many trade lines are reporting, see if you have a business credit score assigned, see if you have any active Experian business, active Experian business profile, and check on recent inquiries, okay? Equifax, they have the small business credit report. This was $99 per month, all right? So you have Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. These are the three main business credit reporting agencies. Are there any questions about business credit reporting agencies before we go to the next step? So now we're set up. We got our credibility set up, and now we understand the business credit reports. We got our DUNS number, right? I see a question coming in. I see two questions coming in. Do you have to get your business running for a good 3 months, then apply? No, you follow my steps. Per month of per request, or you mean per request? For the business credit reports, these companies, they charge about $100 per month to access your business credit reports. My company charges you $25 per month, and you have unlimited access to your credit reports. Your credit reports will probably change about twice a month, maybe, okay? And you will want to keep access of them while you're building your business credit, because you're gonna need to know when to go to the next step, okay? Okay. How are you able to charge $25? That's a deal, just curious. Because we have an account with NAV that they give us a discount based on volume, okay? So I'm like a franchise, right? I'm like a McDonald's where they teach me how to sell the product, right? So my company that I franchise with, which is Business Finance Suite, we're like a broker, and we have hundreds of accounts, thousands of accounts. So we're able to provide that cost at a lower deal with our prearranged agreement with NAV, okay? That's it. You got the key word, leverage. Yeah, boy. You're educated even. Okay, let's move forward. Step 3. Remember, you cannot skip steps. Each step is needed for the next step, okay? Don't be skipping steps and shit, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, step 3, vendor accounts. Oh, somebody got another question before we go to the next one? Okay, oh, y'all laughing and shit. Okay, Thomas Montgomery, do you work with, I'm not familiar with Thomas Montgomery. Shayla. Okay, vendor accounts. Step 3, net 30. Okay, so step 3, now you got your credibility set up. You got your DUNS number set up, right? Now we're gonna start building business credit, right? But starting to build your business credit from scratch is hard, because now we have to find companies that's gonna give you credit when you have no credit, and they have to report. Okay, and it's hard to get a company to give you credit when you have no credit, and there's only 10% of all companies in America even report, because they're under high scrutiny to even be able to report. So it's hard to find these companies. And nowadays, because of the COVID virus, it's even becoming even harder to find these companies that will give you credit when you have no credit, okay? The industry is changing right now because of the COVID, okay? So how we're gonna do this thing is we're gonna start with net 30 accounts, okay? Net 30 accounts means they're gonna give you a little bit of credit, and when you buy something, you have to pay for the total amount in 30 days. That's why they call it the net 30 account, okay? Net 30. A business credit report can be started much the same as a credit report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing, okay? Okay, here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit even if you have none now. The first vendor I will always go to is Strategic Network Solutions, okay? Strategic Network Solutions. They will give you $1,000 credit off the rip. That means right away, all right? If you have an EIN number, and your telephone number is listed. Okay? Always apply without using your social. Some vendors will request it, and some will even tell you on the phone they need to have it, but first submit without it. When your first net 30 accounts reports to your trade line, your Dun & Bradstreet, and the Dun system will automatically activate your file if it isn't already. All right? Pay your net 30 vendors on time and in full. In full and on time. You must be patient to allow the vendors' reporting cycles to get into the reporting systems. It typically takes about 3 cycles. All right. So basically, the goal is to get 5 net 30 accounts. And it should take you 3 months to do that. Some vendors will require an initial prepayment order before they can approve your business for terms. You need to have at least 5 net 30 accounts. That's why I got this car. You see the car right there? The car got the number 5 on it. The car got the smoke, right? But look at his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit and now we rolling. All right? Okay, after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Step 4. You cannot go straight to this step, okay? They need you to have credit in order for them to give you credit, okay? Step 4, revolving accounts. These are the accounts that you want to have, okay? The net 30 accounts, we use that to get to these, all right? So revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. It's like a credit card. Most stores will not approve a business owner for business credit unless the owner has an established credit profile and score. Just like in the consumer world, vendor accounts must be used first to establish a profile and score. Then store credit can be obtained. It usually takes only 90 days or less to establish a score and credit with trade lines. Most stores do offer business credit, including Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, and Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and many more. Now see, for some businesses, just having access to this will keep their business going. Like some businesses, all they need to make sure is that their truck can get up and down the block with a BP card and repair, you see? All right, and that's easy to get with business credit, all right? No social. Best Buy, so some people, all they need is is a copy machine and a printer. You see what I'm saying? From Office Depot and Staples, you see? So some businesses, this is all they need, all right? I see a question coming in, hold tight. Store revolving credit must be obtained before the business owner starts getting Visa, MasterCard, Amex types cards, okay? Once 10 accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, Amex types cards. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit account on the business report. Try having 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high 10 limit. So that's the goal. Having 10 trade lines with one of them having a $10,000 high limit. Let's go to the questions. Okay, this is a big question. What's this? This is a paragraph. What the? Okay, FYI, just an FYI to all, I can co-sign on what he is saying. The cost and procedures are real. is not exactly like personal credit. It is a step-by-step and takes knowledge of procedure. That's correct. I started the process, got most of it done 10 years ago, but got sidetracked by military duty. We're going over her whole story. Okay, anyway, she's vouching for what I'm saying. So I'm back to see updates from about 5 years ago when I met Noel. All right, bet. Good looking out on that. Okay, how do I get the corporate to revisit my previous orders before I knew about this topic? How do I get the corporate to revisit my previous orders? Oh. You applied. Let me see if I get that question right. You applied and they denied you, but now you got this info and now you want to reply again. I would say make sure all your credibility points are adjusted and then apply again. But sometimes vendors will not accept another application from you for a certain amount of time, like 3 months, 6 months or something, okay? So you have to keep that in mind also. Okay, you're gonna retype it, okay. I got that wrong, okay. All right, bet. Okay, go ahead and retype that. I'm gonna move forward to the next slide, all right, bet, boom, we get back to you. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. So people ask me all the time, how long does it take to build business credit? The general answer is this. In my system, it takes you 12 months about. But everybody does it at their own pace because it's about buying an item and paying it, right? Tracking your purchases, paying it when you're supposed to pay it, all right? So everybody does this process at their own time frame. I say about 12 months, but I've had people to do it in 6 months. I've had more people do it in more than 12 months, okay? But it can be done. You just have to follow the steps, okay? No skipping steps, 10 trade lines, high limit of 10K, cash business credit accounts will match your highest credit limit reported on your credit profile, MasterCard, Visa, Amex, loans, and credit lines, okay? Now, before I go on to the next question, do we have any questions? Before I go to the next situation, we went through, does anybody have any questions on actually building business credit at this time? Let's see what we got. And Shyla, if you want to get on the mic, you can ask me. All right. Okay, so let's move forward because let me see how much time we got. Okay,
I can get on the mic.
All right, yeah, run it.
Okay, so what I was asking is that, so there's certain companies, let's say Berlin, like they're packaging companies for glass, like bottled glass. And I didn't know anything about like asking them for trade lines, like everything you're talking about. So what I'm asking is, can I just call them back and revisit my account and say, look, I've bought like 5 different times from you all. Can you guys use what I've bought as, showing that I pay on time or whatever the deal is, and use that toward my business credit, like tracking it that way.
Yeah,
basically having them reopen the account.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that for sure.
Okay.
Every company does their situation differently. So you just call them and say, hey, check out my company. I want to see if I get an account. I want a credit account, and then they're going to look at your business credit. So know that when you ask that, they're going to go down and run down all that stuff I talked to about on that credibility piece. Okay? They're going to look at all that stuff all over again. Now, if you were denied in the past because of some of that stuff, you follow me? So every company do that different. You might have all that stuff in a row. All your credibility might be good. Your business credit might be good. And they look at it and say, we still need a personal guarantee. Okay? So some of them will say, you got good business credit, but we still need a guarantee. But the idea with business credit is to make your business credit look like we got 10 plus trade lines paying on time on my credit report, because they're gonna look at it. So when they look at it, if they look at it and say, I got 10 plus trade lines paying on time, I look like I can pay a bill right now. So some of them will say still, I need a personal guarantee, or some of them will be like, you know what, I could trust this $100 bill with you. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
That's the basic idea, is to make it look like the strongest thing on. And making it look like you're the strongest thing on is having 10 plus trade lines paying on time. Okay? And that's what I would say to people that want to go and buy stuff to resell. When you have a vendor like that, have 10 trade lines and then go ask them, yo, but then they might still say, let me get a personal guarantee. Okay? Now we're gonna go over where,
Thank
you. No problem. Where would you go if you need money? Okay? People don't know where to go when they need money. They think that you're a business, you go to the bank. No, that's not the place you go. Okay? Not first anyway. Okay. 1 out of 5 businesses fail when in their first 5 years. Within 15 years, 75% fail. That's per the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Per the SBA, the 2 most common reasons for failure is management issues and insufficient capital. With money, you can make more mistakes and fund your business instead of using your personal funds and profits to do so. Over 75% of business owners go to friends and family. Most also use personal assets, and almost all business owners use their personal credit to grow. Only 1.2% of all business loans and financing come from the conventional banks. Okay? That's crucial. So where are the loans being done? If most of the loans for businesses are not done at the conventional, they're done at the alternative lenders. Alternative lenders, okay? Because at the commercial bank, they got a whole bunch of stuff that they can offer you, right? But entities that provide funding to businesses, they only specialize, they only sell 1 or 2 things. They specialize in what they sell, okay? Okay, so to get approved for SBA loan, your personal, business, and bank credit must be near perfect. You must have an excellent current and projected financials, tax returns, bank statements, resumes, business plan, background check, collateral, some blood, all that stuff. All right? So the best place to get money for your bank, for your business, is from a bank. And the product that the bank will give you is an SBA loan, okay? But most of us cannot qualify for that, okay? I see a question coming in. All right, hold on. Over $6.7 billion will be lent to small businesses this year, but most of the money will not come from the big banks. The real problem is that the lack of available credit and money is that business owners don't know where or how to get it. What? Okay, that's Melissa laughing. Okay. Okay. 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about. Okay. Cash flow financing. They won't tell you about this stuff because they don't sell this stuff, all right? Cash flow financing. And I'm gonna go over this stuff really brief with you, right? So cash flow financing is for businesses that are already existing, okay? It's not for a startup. all right? This is for businesses already existing, and what you need to qualify for this loan is, they actually call it a cash advance on deposits you're getting ready to make. So what you need to have is $10,000 in deposits each month. If your business accepts credit cards, then it's $5,000 per month in deposits and you qualify, period, just like that, okay? This is expensive, and see, businesses always run into situations. And so businesses that need to meet their payroll, or they may have a piece of equipment that went out, they need this money right now, right? This is how they do it. And this is very popular because businesses always have situations. We got a question in there real quick. What? For how many months? Is that the cash flow financing? Every situation is different. Every situation will have a different terms based on your credit situation. All right. So everything that you know, what depends on how much you asking for, depends on how many months they set it up for, what your interest rate is, all that stuff, right? Okay. Let's go to collateral-based financing. So collateral-based financing can be obtained if you have some type of viable collateral to offset what you're borrowing. All right. So even as a startup with bad credit, you can still secure collateral-based financing if you have collateral. All right. And collateral is low interest rates because they know they get the money back, right? Okay, some types of acceptable collateral include accounts receivable and purchase orders, which is accounts receivable. They also call that factoring. So my client Jay that has the freight company, he used factoring to fund his business, right? So what they do is they'll make a truck delivery, right? And they invoice for that truck delivery, but it takes them about 30 days to get that money, right? So what he does is sell that invoice, right? And he gets paid in 24 hours. So that's accounts receivable, also known as factoring. Purchase orders is the same as government contracts. So if you have a government contract, that's like straight money, okay? Government contracts is like straight money. So you go to the right person, you say, hey, I got this government contract. I need to buy this piece of equipment so I can get this money. Boom, that's straight money right there, all right? So we have all those types of financing situations, stocks, bonds, and 401ks. These type investments stay intact as you can get business funding on the value of these investments. Like the 401k, for instance. If you have a 401k, the amount that you can take out of your 401k is what you can get as a business loan. And what a 401k is, you going to work, they taking money out, they giving that money to some businesses that's gonna go make some money with your money. And my option is use that money to start your own business. Okay, revenue lending, that's like cash flow lending. Inventory and equipment. So if you have over $100,000 in inventory or equipment, you can get a business loan. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan, okay? Insurance agents, they have what they call the book of business. With having a book of business, you can get a business loan, okay? And there's a whole bunch of different products and ways to get money for your business. I give you these because it gives you an idea of how to think about it. We got a question in here. Can simple IRAs be used as collateral? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yep. Most definitely. Okay, this is the third, unsecured credit. Unsecured credit. This is for businesses like people that have good personal credit. And this is how you can get business credit by using your personal credit to help you get there. Okay. Book of business, unpack this more. Book of business is in for insurance agents, okay? Insurance agents. Insurance agents have what they call a book of business, and it's the list of their clients that pay monthly premiums. So they know you're getting these monthly premiums or commissions thereof, and they're able to give you loans based on just your book of business. So I hope I answered that question there. All right. Okay. Unsecured credit. Unsecured credit is credit-based financing. Is a great way to get money for your business if you have good personal credit or know a guarantor that does. Okay. You can secure credit up to 5 times what your highest revolving limit accounts are now, up to 150,000. You will need a 680 credit score, or about, a little bit better or a little bit lower to get you in there. Okay. What we got here? Okay, yeah, that was interesting on that book of business, huh? Okay, bet. Okay, so unsecured credit, right? 680 or above. Rates are usually 0% for up to 6 to 18 months. This is no doc funding, so even startups can apply for this. All you need is a credit score of 680 and above, okay? And the kicker to this program is that we get you 5 credit cards at the same time, and these 5 credit cards report to the business reporting agencies. So these cards get approved because you have good personal, but they report to the business credit reporting agencies. That is key right there. Okay? So with this, I always tell you, to keep your personal separate, right? But with this one, you use your personal to get access to the business faster, okay? So we use this as a strategy, not to mess up your personal credit. We're gonna use your personal credit and get business credit faster. We're gonna get you 5 credit cards. It's only gonna be 1 inquiry. And we'll match the highest credit limit that you have 5 times up to $150,000. Okay? So what y'all do is schedule a consult so we can talk more about that one, right? We also have private monies. So we have private individuals sitting on stacks of monies and they're looking for the right idea. We have that. We have venture capital and equity financing. That's like the Shark Tank, where they give you money into your business and they take a piece of your business. We have crowdfunding situations for people that sell on Amazon, right? And you can also get specialized funding to buy equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. So remember I told you about my client Jay, and I saw that $250,000 hit? What that was he was going to get equipment loans to buy trucks for his freight business, right? And on top of that, he has another company, which is a truck sales company, okay? So as a freight company, and he goes to get a loan to buy trucks, they cut the check when approved to his truck sales company. And he figured out how to just make this into a loan. Well, he don't even have to buy the trucks. Actually, he don't even pay the loans. He just goes get $250,000 and goes to the next company and does it again and again, okay? So this is how I learned business credit, him doing it shady. And I just want to do it for real. So what I taught you is how to do it for real, okay? But it can be done like the guy that taught me, he does it shady, right? it's like legal, but like not moral, you know? Okay, so we also have the finance qualifier. Okay, here goes a quick bonus. Your bank credit score. Banks have their own credit score, all right? Your company's bank rating is different from a business credit rating because the criteria is solely based on factors relating to your business bank account. If your business has a positive bank rating, it can result in a greater borrowing capacity in the form of loans, lines of credit, and business credit cards. We're gonna get out of here shortly, y'all. Okay, the total amount of borrowing capacity your business can obtain from the banking system is known as the bank credit. Basically, this is what it boils down to. If you have $10,000 in your bank for 90 days straight, they're already trying to give you money. So I wouldn't even go to the bank and try to get a loan if I didn't have $10,000 in the bank for 90 days straight. All right? Okay, how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. The Business Finance Suite, businesscreditbuilder.us. Okay, this is Brian. He's one of my clients from, he's from New Jersey. At the bottom of my webpage, there are videos of testimonials. You can go through those testimonials and see other people talk about the Business Finance Suite, okay? It's the fastest and the easiest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. You get business credit for your business not linked to your social security number through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. You can access discounted business credit reports, get a free DUNS number, Experian, you get free Experian Smart Business Access, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit and underwriting guidelines, hard to find cash credit sources you can get within 120 days. No cash credit check or guarantee is required in most instances. You get access to cash flow financing, collateral-based, unsecured, private money alternative, SBA, venture capital, okay? And so, okay, this is what my control panel looks like. When you get in our finance suite, you get a control panel and it looks like this. Well, something like this because this is like my reseller account, right? But it looks like this. And you'll get your course content, right? So when you get your course content, you go into each one and it tells you exactly what you need to do for that step. And it gives you a video on how to complete this step. And if you still can't figure it out, there's somebody you can call or you can email to help you figure out this step, okay? When we get to the vendors, right? We're gonna give you vendors. We're gonna say, here's 12 vendors, pick 3. And this is the information you'll get for each vendor. This one is for Racetrack. They tell you who they report to, whether or not it's a revolving account or not, telephone number, description of what they sell, and how to qualify. That's the key piece right there. So how to qualify. If you do this on your own and you ask them, how do I qualify? They're gonna tell you, fill out this application. We give you the underwriting guidelines before you apply. So this vendor, Racetrack, in order to qualify, you need an EIN number, a DUNS number, a payment score of 78, preferred 3 years in business, business entity, and your business phone listed with 411. Boom. Okay? So you know when to apply for this or not, and there's a button right on the page to apply online right there. Okay. Now, this is Chris. This is Christine. She's not my ordinary client, all right? She's a stay-home mom. Her husband is a truck driver. She was able to get all of these within 6 months, okay? Sprint, Amazon, Tractor Supply, Exxon, Fuel Man Fleet, BJ's, BP, Lowe's, Apple, Shell. All of this is over 250. Now look at PNC. PNC, that's a bank, all right? And that's a credit line, which means she only pays interest on what she uses, right? Okay, so that's a good deal right there. Not everybody can do it as fast as she. She's able to do it because she's sitting at home, able to track all these invoices and when to pay it and all that stuff. It does take a lot of time, all right? I don't want you to think it don't take time to do this. I want you to be aware of what it takes to make this happen, all right? Your own business credit advisor. This is what you get when you go into our system. You get your own business credit advisor who offers concierge service for 12 months. You get your own finance officer. So once you got your business credit set up, you have a finance officer that's gonna link you up directly to the financing that you need for your business, all right? He's gonna walk you through, just like concierge service. He's gonna walk you through, hey, you qualify for this. All you need to do is this. Or you qualify for that. The interest rate is a little different. Check out this interest rate. You follow me? So he's gonna tell you everything you need to know. And he's gonna help you fill out the application and everything. All right? All right, here's a quick summary and we're gonna get out of here. You get your own business finance suite control panel, discounted discount business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supplier of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to credit cash flow, collateral based, unsecured, and private money. It'll typically take you 18 to 24 months to do it on your own. Okay, so you can do this on your own. It takes you about 18 to 24 months. All right, in my system, it takes about 12 months or less, depends on you. Okay, I got 2 packages, the core package and the, I don't do the this is the wrong slide. This is the wrong slide. I apologize. All right, so the 2 packages I do have is the core package and the one-on-one consultation. It's the business credit building program. Those are the 2 packages I have, all right? We got a question in there? Let's see before we go to the packages. If your score is 680 or over, do you still need to go through the net 30 accounts? Good ass question. Good ass question. You don't have to do the 5 net 30 accounts. If you got that 680 and above and you get those 5 unsecured credit cards. But what I do for clients that get those 5 unsecured credit cards is this. I say we get these 5 unsecured credit cards and we still get those net 30s, right? But when we get those net 30s, we pay for those bills with those 5 credit cards. Okay? I'm gonna go back over the packages, okay? I'm answering right now Pamela's question about the 680 or over, right? So the basic answer to that question is you don't need to do the net 30, but I suggest doing the net 30 so you can pay for those net 30s with the 5 credit cards and build up your business credit even faster, okay? Okay, here go the packages. Let me go to the right slides for this. Let me go to the right slide for this. Hold on 1 second. I need to bring up the right slides for these packages. I'm gonna show y'all the messed up, the old packages, right? Let's see, is it this one? Oops. not it either. Hold on. Stand by, stand by. I just want to get this part right here, right? Golly. We got to get that part right. Okay, what are we doing? I think I done messed up. Hold on. I stopped to share for just a moment so I can find this stuff. Okay. That's that one. Okay. Okay, I found it. Okay, let me share again. Okay, so you should be able to see the my screen now. And from current slide. Okay. So these are the two packages I have. The core package, the business credit building program. To get started today, as part of this seminar, you can get started with a huge discount on our premier enrollment plan. This retails for $4,400. My price is $29.95. Because you are in the webinar, you get $500 off, right? Your price would be $24.95. And this is how you pay for it. $1,500 down and 6 payments of $165. Or you could do a single payment of $22.50, which is the best value, saves you $750. Okay? Full service is no longer available. All right? Now, I made up this package for those that cannot afford the package that they really need. Okay? This package does not give you access to the system or the finance team. But what it is a one-on-one consultation with me in building your credit. And I have access to the system and I have access to the advisors. Okay? This one retails at $2,500. Your price is $995. Okay? You can put down a deposit of $400 and make 3 payments of $195. Or you can pay $650, which will save you a bunch of loot single payment. Okay? But that's only for today. Okay? So in order to get the single payment options, you must schedule your consult today or call me after the webinar. Okay? I also have ebooks that you can find online at businesscreditbuilder.us/ebooks. And this is how you schedule a consult, right? So you think you're interested, you still have some more questions. You want to think about it for a moment. This is how you do it. You schedule your business credit consultation, all right? It's a free consultation. You sit down with me, we figure out what you want to do, all right? I also have a whole bunch of information on my social media. So pick the social media of your choice and learn some more stuff that I can't fit with inside this seminar, okay? And here goes my information, my email, the telephone number, how to schedule, all the information there. If you have any questions, bring them up now. You can type them in, you can open up your mic and get busy. What up? This is how we do it.
Hi, this is Tracy. How are you?
Hey, Tracy.
So, will you also help with the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Most definitely. It's a separate situation for the website, but it's like an all-inclusive website. So my websites include domain registration, 12 months web hosting. I design the website. I give you monthly updates to the website. I give you unlimited emails, customer support, And that's the main thing about choosing a hosting company is that they get you a website up and quick, but then they don't have customer support. That's the real value in hiring a web hosting company. So I got professional customer support, and I give you internet consultation, which means if you want to expand your website, you want to do e-commerce, I'm going to tell you what you need. All these other companies are not going to sit down on your behalf and do that. They're only going to do that on the behalf of them getting a new account from you, right? Or
Okay.
you buying something, right? Any more questions?
No, I can ask it when I call for and schedule the 101.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I think I got another question in there. Let's see what we got here. This thing is acting crazy. Okay, where's the chat? I don't see the chat. Is there another question in there? I can't see. The chat ain't coming up. Okay. But if anybody got any more questions, you can open up your mic. Ask questions, whatever. Do the service start after the payment is in full? No, the service, oh, here goes, the service starts after the payment. No, the service starts when you pay your initial payment, and we go forward as fast as you want to go. All right, who's open? Who got their mic open, ready for a question?
That would be me, Pamela. Is it possible to do like a custom package? I feel like I have literally like 95% of.
Okay, I can answer. I know where you're going. Yes, but what you have to understand is when I consult you on, for instance, accessing revolving accounts, basing that on all the other stuff and steps before that being correct. And the only way I'm going to advise you on the stuff, on that stuff, is for me to actually know for sure that the stuff is set up right. Because I don't want to say, go get an account over here, then they deny you, and then you say, why I got denied? Now I got to go figure out why you got denied. So, so what I do is when I set up accounts, I go back, even if you got stuff set up, I'm back and looking. And 90% of the time that I do that for companies, I find something that we need to change.
Okay.
Okay? So I just want to say that. So I go back and I find stuff like for instance, a person had an old telephone number, or they had an old address at Dun and Bradstreet. So all that stuff will mess you up and getting approved from that revolving account.
Okay. So I am confident that though I don't have any of those issues. The only thing I think that I would say that I'm missing is my website, but that's literally it. Just listening to you today, that is literally it.
So if you're really confident in all that stuff, make an agreement with you that I just stay myself and just give you the advice based on that stuff. You know, I don't want to be responsible for something that back then you didn't have a dash in there and messes it up, right? But we can work something out.
Okay. Should I call you or should I just set up a consultation?
Set up a consult. That's the best way.
Okay.
Unless you want to take advantage of any of the today type of situations, single payment options.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Thanks.
Okay. Who we got? Melissa.
Hey, no. You probably don't remember me. It's been some years. I've been in Texas and everything. But how late are you taking phone calls today?
Today, you are trying to do one of the single payment options today?
Yeah, because I was in one of your at the library and we had some in-depth talked about some things. I got some things rolling while I was on duty. It was kind of hard but there's some things that I know, well, the trade lines is the issue. I need to go ahead with that now that I'm near retirement, and so I probably won't be deploying or mobilizing anymore. And I have a business consulting firm with that's going to specialize in government contracting. So you know how important those vendors' accounts are. So I want to talk with you about it today and get something set up. I don't think I'm gonna need the full suite like the previous lady said, but some things I kind of know from our previous conversation that, you know, the conversation need to be had, and then you can figure out something, you know. So
Okay.
what's the latest today, or you want to table it till tomorrow for the ones that actually know the packages that they want and stuff?
If you do a consult today, then I'll honor the today payment type of thing for tomorrow.
Okay, well, okay, so what's the latest? I have to run out right quick.
Okay.
And so what's the latest? I mean, I'm kind of open, you know.
About 7 o'clock, because
But,
I've been doing this all day, so I'm getting kind
oh,
of.
I believe it. Yeah,
I got this dinner.
oh yeah.
I got this dinner coming up, and once I eat this dinner, it's gonna be a done deal. Okay.
Exactly. But you know what? But 7. How about, let's say about 7:30 to make sure I'm back, and we'll do a quick consultation, and then we'll set up something, you know, according to your schedule.
Let's try that.
Okay, that'll work. Okay, thanks. Good presentation. And there was
Thank
some
you.
updates, so I'm glad I listened to the whole thing. You know.
Right. See, I told you, right?
Yeah, well, it's been some years, and I knew there was a lot of changes in the law and things. The net 30 thing I've heard from the government contracting in, and I have a mentor for that. And so yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and things are changing right now. Yeah, things are changing right now. Like for
Yeah.
instance, those net 30 accounts, they're shutting them net 30 accounts down. It's harder to get net 30
I
accounts
heard that. Yeah, that is
because
true. I've heard
because
that.
of the COVID. Because
Yeah.
of COVID, what the companies are doing, they're using up all their credit and not paying them.
Mm-hmm.
It's making it
And
harder for those companies to provide more credit.
it's about to get real. That's one reason why I switched more from the security end. I still do some of that, but more on the business consulting, because the veterans that have been coming and military people that are now coming out and want to know what they want to do, you know, that they can do from home or whatever. And I said, well, consulting, or you can, you know, I've been telling them, you know, basic stuff about businesses and stuff and which groups to join. And you know, they're totally clueless and lost because there have been so many changes, and the new world order, especially dealing with China and other things, have completely changed. So yeah, you're absolutely right about that. It's about to be a madhouse.
Yeah, so you got my number and you got the consult page.
Yeah. Okay, I'll call you about 7:30ish. If
Thank you, Melissa.
I'll leave you a voicemail.
All right.
If I don't get you.
All right.
Okay.
Any more questions? Mr. Driver looking all professional. Miss Sabrina, she got a nice little graphic up there. She's like worldwide out here. What? Sabrina. All right.
Okay, well,
Any
this
more
is
questions?
Tracy. Yes, this is Tracy again.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take I wanted to take a advantage of the offer today, but I thought setting up the consultation would lock that in, or setting up the one-on-one today. So how is that going to work?
If you want to do one of those one-on-ones, call me when we stop here. Are you able to do that? Are you able to call me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, just call me when we stop here.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks.
All right. Clayton, you had the question?
No, I was just saying thank you. Appreciate the compliment.
All right. So you got your headshot all professional at the job and shit. All right. All right. Any more questions? What up?
Hi, yes, I have a question. Hi. So I was wondering, which is better to get funded by, having a nonprofit or LLC, and is it the same steps to get funded for both?
It's the same process for both. Cause like a nonprofit is a for-profit first, and then they go ask, can I not pay these taxes? Right? A a nonprofit is a business too. You know, a nonprofit is business. All right, they just don't pay taxes.
Okay, thank you. So same steps.
Same steps, exactly
Thank
the
you.
same steps. Yeah. Thank you for your question. Any more? Ricky, we ain't heard from you, Ricky. Keena, Miss Williams, Pamela says something. Shayla, you still there? All right. All right, so if we have no more questions, we're gonna go ahead and end the webinar. And I'm gonna thank everybody for coming out and staying to the last question. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all know how to contact me. You got the numbers, you got all that stuff. Thank y'all very much. I do these once a week. So check out the website on the events page. All right. All right. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all. Peace.